Sexual assault is a very real thing. Sexual assault is a very bad thing. Sexual assault is something that is too prominent nowadays that just shouldn't be. And the fact that it is so prominent means that we're going to hear a lot about it. We're going to hear a lot about this guy did this happened there, this happened there. But what we're also going to hear are a lot of fake cases where people just want to put the label on what happened to them and make it sound like that. Like, if you guys remember a long time ago, a couple years, there was a study talk about 97% of women have been sexually assaulted before, right? Which everyone was like, whoa, 97%, it's a huge number, it's a very large number, it's an insane number. And it is an insane number. It is a really insane number. But when you looked into the statistic that they were using, catcalling counted as sexual assault. You know, odd looks counted as sexual assault. Which it was like, yeah, obviously a lot of people are saying, no, that's not what that shit is. Especially a lot of people who are actually sexually assaulted, right? Because if something horrible, if something traumatic happens to you, you don't want people walking around going like, that happened to me too. It happened to me. I was walking down the street and some guy said, damn, you look good today. Assaulted the fuck out of me. No, that's not how it works. Let's talk about a situation that's happening right now. A girl goes to a guy's house for Doordash. And she goes to Doordash and stuff, and something kind of insane happens. Here's that. Tell me what you guys think about it directly after. Like, comment it down below or whatever.
That's fucked up.
So what she sees essentially is she sees a guy laying on his couch with his underwear and pants to his ankles, and he is just there sleeping, I guess. And then she drops off the food, and that's that, right? And then she leaves, she reports it, and when she reports it to DoorDash, something very crazy happens. DoorDash bans her. DoorDash basically bans her, and she's like very angry, very everything about it. But let's go back to just look at that situation. She walks up to the guy's door, and he's sitting there like that, right? But this is what apparent is. She uploaded 2 videos, right? By the way, I had to use that other guy's video with like himself covering it so you wouldn't see. But she uploaded 2 videos. The first one showed that the door was slightly creaked open, and then she opened it fully. Yep, welcome to breaking and entering. And also her label was leave at door. It's not like she had to meet anyone, so she maybe had the right to like just look in, be like, hey, is anyone there? And hers was leave at door. So she was supposed to leave it at the door, and then instead she opened the door, and she went, hey, is anyone there? Boom, looks over, sees the guy, then decides to record him and upload it, and then go home, which he looks like he's passed out fully. So I assume he's drunk or something, right? Which is already like, whoa, why would you even do that? But then also, let's just talk about this. If anything, could that not be labeled as harassment? Where the fuck do you see assault? Where the fuck do you see sexual assault? If someone flashes you, it's public indecency. If someone does something to harass you physically and or verbally, that is assault. I mean, no, that's not assault. Whoa, Freudian slip? No, that is harassment. Assault is not that. Assault is something fully physical. The fact that you're going off and saying this is either public indecency or maybe sexual harassment. I mean, I think probably sexual harassment. But yeah, assault's just not something like that. Assault is a lot worse than the other ones that I just said. So using that, people who have actually been sexually assaulted, I'd feel pretty insane about that. Now here, let me show you her complaining about her getting kicked off of DoorDash and everything about it afterwards.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working! I was literally working! And they deactivated me! This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while DoorDashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay.
Angry and manic, very mad about the situation, which to be fair, you did lose your job for something in which you feel is right. Which, I mean, maybe there are odds that the guy was a creep, maybe there's this, that, but they don't ban you unless you did something wrong, which you did. You opened his door. That's a simple factor. Nothing would have happened if you didn't open the door, right? Whether it was creaked open, whether it was shut or whatever, it ended up with you opening the door and that leaving the guy over there on the couch, and then you seeing that, right? Which it's crazy that she's going around labeling it as sexual assault. I'll say it again. It's crazy that she's going around labeling this as sexual assault. It's just not. But yeah, I think she also had a third video that I saw of something a little bit. Yeah. I think it was. Is this? Yeah. So then, this goes into her being manic, and another thing of why I feel like this is also very view related, like trying to get views. She uploaded 6 or 7 videos to tell people about what happened, to show people all this stuff, to go through it. And she went through this entire thing, and then she goes and she slides and she goes, "Hey guys, TikTok is silencing me now because they took down one of my videos talking about it." And she goes very mad about TikTok silencing her, because in her mind instantly goes to money and views, which I'm not saying that says anything, but I'm saying that says something. When you're not very concerned about them wanting to shut down your story, more like, even though she's saying story, the main thing that she gets mad about, and you can really see when she gets mad about it, is when she talks about how they knew they'd have to pay me. They knew they'd have to pay me for these views, for the views on this video.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were gonna have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were gonna have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that.
She is so much, she cares so much more about trying to get across the fact that she cares so much more about the fact that they are trying to take down her TikTok account for her violating strikes, which, considering what she said, it sounds like she did violate strikes. And then you just uncensoring something on the video or censoring something doesn't change what they didn't like. You know, you put the same thing up, it's going to go through a bot. But it seems like she's way more mad about the fact that her TikTok account is going to get down. And she starts going off on a rant talking about it's a man's world, it's this, that. But, like, shouldn't you be more mad that they're trying to share your story, that they're trying to take down your story if you truly believe you've been sexually assaulted? Should you not be more mad about that? And also, she seems to spends the last 30 seconds of this goddamn video talking about how they'd have to pay me money, Mr. Krabs. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I think this is crazy that she's labeling this as sexual assault. I think it's a ridiculous situation, and I think it shouldn't even be getting to this point. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love you guys, and peace.